Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you guys are looking for undervalued investment opportunities, please click subscribe, join our channel. Let's ride this commodity bull market up together. And we're looking at uranium. We're going to do some uranium technical analysis here. And what we're looking for is for the buyers to step in here and push this stuff around. We've been in a pullback recently, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the buyers to step in here and lay down some big, thick candlesticks. But I think before that happens, we're probably going to base out sideways for a little bit before doing so. So let's jump in. I'll show you what I'm talking about basing out here. So first, we start with North Shore Global Uranium Mining ETF. This is probably the best thing to look at first, which will give us the clearest picture. And we've got this bearish engulfing right here. And we've got a bullish engulfing here. So we have the bullish engulfing moving higher, bearish engulfing, which means that the candlestick engulfs the one before it completely. This is a bullish move. It means it's going to go up. This is a bearish move, which means it's probably going to pull back a little bit. How far back? Not exactly sure. And these things can reverse quite quickly because we have a bullish engulfing and a bearish engulfing right next to each other. So these can kind of counteract and fight against each other. So right now, what I'm hoping to see is a little small pullback, and I think we're going to create this basing pattern type deal, moving sideways before heading higher. Here's Camco. Camco's doing the same thing. We squeezed up into this point here. We got hit on our head with big volume to move lower. We're moving lower, and now I think we're going to kind of do this bouncing before moving on up. Nextgen's basically signaling the same thing. We had a nice good move higher here, and then we got a little bearish engulfing pattern, which means I think we're going to head a little bit lower in the near term. Fission Uranium, we're getting the same type of deal here. It's squeezed up here. We headed lower, and then we're trying to fight back up, and we're probably going to roll over for a little bit and kind of bounce a little bit. Here's Global Atomic. Let me see here. Yeah, Global Atomic. We were coming on down, popped on higher, bearish engulfing pattern. We're probably going to head lower here in the very short term and kind of create a basing pattern, most likely. Here's GGX Uranium. We got this nice support line here. Been moving sideways, broke below it, came back up. I think we've got support down here at about 16 cents. I think we're probably going to head back down to 16 cents and kind of bounce around here for a little bit. Bannerman, again, we're right here at the support level. You know, you can see all these. When I talk about a support level, the stronger the support, the more volume and days it traded at this. See how this has a whole bunch of trading days all through here and a lot of volume? This is going to provide pretty good support right here at about 10 cents. I think that's a good spot to try to pick this up at. If we fall below it, then we're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble because it's probably going to move down to about 7 cents. Denison Mines has the same thing. We got a lot of volume all in this region. So when you see a lot of volume like this, it means a lot of people bought the stock all through here. And that we come down from a higher level, you're probably going to have a lot of buyers in this region in here. And you can see it created a support line going across. And we do have a lot of buyers under here at about 80 cents to $1 in this region. Same thing with UU. I think there's a possibility of pulling back, maybe if it breaks through this line, back to maybe 450. 450 to $4 is a pretty strong support area. URG, again, we've got this bearish engulfing, which means the opening and closing price is engulfing the candlesticks before it. Usually that means you want to head lower. We've got some good support, I'd say, in this 90-cent dollar region all through here. Good support through here. So if it falls, I don't think it's going to fall too bad. Lightbridge, again, we have this bearish engulfing showing up. This one had a pretty good pattern coming into it. Big up day, small pullback, big up day, and then the bearish engulfing. So we could head a little bit lower here. Support, just to show you support, I think about $5. Maybe some good support, maybe a little bit below it in here, 450. Deep Yellow still holding on, one of the rare companies that are up today. We've got a lot of buyers and sellers and transactions that have occurred at about 47.50 and higher. So when we get to this 47.50 range, like we did in here, there's a good tendency to bounce up higher again. Encore Energy, you know, we're coming up. We kind of rolled over. We could still kind of bounce up and over a few times. So this one is, I think we could potentially head a little bit lower depending on the overall market condition. Forces Metals, there's our bearish engulfing. We headed lower. We came back up, and we have to break through this resistance line at about $1. So I think that's about $1 right there. And that's what I had for today. The dollar was weaker today, so that's usually a tailwind behind most commodities. It wasn't really a tailwind today in some of the stocks. Definitely not for oil. Oil does look like it's rolling over in the energy sector. Some of these companies trade in energy ETFs. So if energy ETFs are being sold, some of these guys get sold off too. So that's also something to keep in mind. The energy sector in terms of oil, since these guys are in a lot of the oil ETFs, we could see it kind of come back and roll over for a little bit in oil, that is, which I think will have an impact on uranium as well. So right now we're still kind of in this pullback mode. I haven't seen the buyers come in completely and push it higher yet. So I'm being patient. It's not really affecting me. I'm still willing to buy in this sector when the deals are there. And what I'm doing is I'm buying a little bit more in Uranium Royalty Corporation when it comes back and bounces off that support. I'm just kind of hitting it every time it bounces off the support based off how much money and income I have coming in at the time. So that's kind of how I'm playing it. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.